Hello traders, and welcome to Trading the Trend. I am Dennis, and this is my weekend report for week ending October 7th. And right now you're looking at a picture. That's actually the leading edge of Hurricane Matthew. I was out flying my drone on Thursday morning and I could see it coming as I was flying, and I got out of there just before the rain hit. It wasn't so bad here in Orlando, just some wind and rain, no severe damage, at least not in the area I'm in. Now let's take a look at our markets. Here we have the S&P 500, and as you can see, this weekly chart, not a whole lot happened this week. We are coming off of 3 up weeks, a little bit of a down week. We did have non-farm payroll on Friday. That didn't add much to the market. We are still trading inside this big down candle from the 1st of September. So, this could still be a lower high right now. So we got to watch that. And if we break below this white line, or even break below the low of the red candle here, that would not be good for the market. But we'll keep watching. Now moving on, commodities. The gold sector has really gotten trashed here. Let's look at the gold miners first. We were already in a nice deep pullback, and this past week a huge down move. We're right here at some major support. Looking at gold itself, big down move in gold. Silver, same way. Big down move in silver. I mean, we were holding support, a very important support area, and we just blew right through it on high volume. So not quite sure what this means. Is this just a shake-up correction, or does this really mean something? Still lots of talk about interest rates going up, and that's the next thing we can look at, is areas of the market that are really being affected by interest rate talks. We'll look at utilities. 2 big down weeks in a row, and the REITs is another area of the market that is really getting pounded right now. There you go. REITs got hit really hard this past week, and it's at some major support as well. So the market overall is it's kind of teetering right now. It could go either way at this point. It still just looks like a nice pullback, but we are at that point that it needs to start holding and maybe get a good, maybe one more shakeout down move before it turns around and heads higher, if that's what's going to happen. Now let's look at some currencies. We'll start with my strong week rankings. Here we go. We had dollar strength this past week. As you can see, the dollar has moved into the #1 position. The big mover, though, was the British pound. It really got hit pretty hard, but it traded off hard, but then it came back. So we might have finally had that final shakeout down move for the pound. So maybe this move is over. And we'll look at some currency pairs now. Here we have the euro US dollar, same situation. This thing just is not moving. I mean, what do we got? 2 months of just pure sideways, very little action here. We'll look at the Aussie US dollar. It's still got this little uptrend moving, a little bit of a pullback this past week. This is proving to be a strong area of resistance up here at 0.77, so we need to see that cleared if we're going to be moving higher. Some other things to look at. US dollar and Japan. Nice up week, but we had a pretty good little tail right there. If you look at it on the daily, you can see on Friday we had a pretty good down move. So maybe this up move is over and we're ready to go back into this longer term trend that is moving down. One last thing to look at, I was talking about the British pound. Here is the euro pound, and as you can see, this is the daily. This is what happened on Friday, and you had this big up move, and then half of it they gave half of it back. I mean, this is the biggest daily move we've seen since the Brexit vote way back here. So that's a pretty significant move, and seeing how much of that move was given back, it makes me wonder if maybe this was some kind of a exhaustion rally, and that's the high, and now we're going to see another pullback. So I'll be watching for that this week, and that's what I have for you. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and anyone in the path of the hurricane this past weekend, our prayers are with you. Take it easy.